Hi, it's Cooking Camp, day 4, and we are making energy bites today. I'm going to show you different kinds, 3 to 4. I'm going to see how I feel, but actually 4. I'm pretty sure we're going to do 4. But the first one I wanted to do were strawberry oatmeal bites. For this, you are going to need a half a cup of freeze-dried strawberries, okay? A half a cup of rolled oats. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe I shouldn't point in the middle. And a half a cup of peanut butter, and actually I'm gonna lie here. It is no, I'm right. 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm gonna back it up. It's a half a cup of peanut butter, half a cup of oats, a quarter cup of the freeze-dried strawberries. If you want, you can double the recipe to make more, but what we're going to do is basically take all of this and mix it in a bowl. All right. I've mixed everything together because I used creamy all natural peanut butter that hadn't been in the fridge yet. It's very sticky, but what I'm going to do is form them into balls, and then I'll probably put them in the fridge to harden up, and then they'll be ready to eat. Here are the completed strawberry oatmeal balls. They're all ready to go. It doesn't make a lot, but if you double the recipe, it'll make, a good amount, but they're good to snack on. I love to eat things like this because it's a good snack and it's a good alternative to something like a candy bar. I am going to do 3 recipes. My second one is going to be my favorite. It is a peanut butter protein ball. Now, just so you know, it contains oat flour. You could try regular flour, but I have used it with almond flour. It tastes just as good. But since I have oat flour, I'm going to go with the oat flour today. It's like I'm going to click. Now, Target is where I got this recipe. I can't find it online, so I'll list the recipe in my description. This recipe comes from Kroger. It's basically called peanut butter protein cookie dough balls. And it has oat flour, vanilla, maple syrup, protein powder, vanilla protein powder, peanut butter, chocolate chips, and milk. I'm using almond milk because that's just what I prefer, but you can use regular milk. Right here is the recipe. 2-step recipe, super easy. I wish it would there we go. So you can pause the screenshot for that. So I mixed all the ingredients together. It was a cup of peanut butter, 3 tablespoons of the oat flour, 2 tablespoons of the milk, and I will put this in the description, but a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of the, the maple syrup, and then 2 scoops of the vanilla protein powder and just 3 tablespoons of the chocolate chips. Just mix it together. It kind of makes it look like cookie dough. I'm going to form them into balls, like 1 and 2 inch balls. This is one of my favorite ones. These are so good. It really does taste like cookie dough. There are the protein balls, all done and ready to go. Got one more that I wanted to show you. All right, our last recipe for today is it's inspired by another recipe that I'll link in the description. And the original recipe originally called for dried apricots. I'm not gonna lie, I went out and bought what I thought were dried apricots, but they're actually dried mangoes. But that's okay because I actually have some dried pineapple and dried cherries in here because I wanted to give it a little bit more of a tropical feel for the summer. But this recipe also has walnuts, dried coconut, almonds, and again, like if you're allergic to one or the other, you could just have all walnuts, all almonds, but like I'm going to have like a quarter cup of each of the different nuts, some cinnamon, oats. This is actually, it's not regatta, it's my flaxseed meal. The recipe calls for flax seeds, but since we're going to like food process it, I use flaxseed meal. And the original recipe calls for dried raisins, but I like dried cranberries. And I have some vanilla too. So what I'm going to do is take all of this and put it in. I don't want to bring out my food processor. I'm actually going to use my blender for this one. Here's everything in the blender ready to go. Just so you know, I had oats out on the table. They're actually not in this recipe. This one is without oats. You know, we only have one recipe with the oats. I just kind of had accidentally left it on the table. So it has all the fruit, including the coconut, some flaxseed, the 2 different kinds of nuts, and some vanilla powder and cinnamon. And I'm then going to run this and then form it into balls. I'm not going to run this on video because this thing's old and really loud. All done. These are the final balls. Now, I have to admit, putting them in the blender, you want to sit there and go, there's no way they're going to become like a cohesive batter that I can form into balls. And because of the dried fruit and the vanilla, it works. And what's great is I had to try one before I started this. They have just enough sweetness to really just hit that sweet spot. You know what I mean? And it is a great alternative to like other sugary snacks and stuff. And that's why I like these. These and smoothies when I'm trying to lose weight are just like a great thing to have. So, and I've actually made, the other week, I made a version of these with the apricots and this, and then I had made cinnamon balls and lemon balls, and I could post those links in the description. I'm not going to show you how to make them, but I made it as like a breakfast, not a breakfast, it could be a breakfast, but a dessert tray, because we were having dessert outside, and it was a great non-needing refrigerated option for dessert, because we actually went to have like a picnic at a park before we watched a show. And in the past years, I bought a pie, and it's very messy. This is very neat. You just grab a ball, you eat it. And I mean, I did have it in a cooler beforehand. That definitely helps. But because, you know, the peanut butter could get melty and stuff. But these, I started them last night. It actually took me 2 days to film this. But I left them on the counter overnight, and they're fine. So it's great. So again, 3 different types of balls. I'll give 2 bonus recipes in the description, and I'll see you tomorrow for our final day. Thank you.